Hi, and welcome to Hoffman's Hot Seat. I'm Tom Hoffman with One-to-One Media, coming to you from the Gartner Customer 360 Summit in Los Angeles. I'm joined today by Craig Hayman, General Manager of Industry Solutions at IBM. Today, Craig and I will be talking about the challenges that CMOs face in trying to present and develop a business case around the types of marketing efforts that they're trying to work on from a customer-centric standpoint. And Craig, thanks so much for joining us today.
Thanks, Tom. Thanks for...
So, how do you see this playing out? What's going on in the market right now?
You know, CMOs are a very embattled group right now. They're really suffering. Their average tenure is under 2 years. About 3/4 of them are reorganizing this year. Their budgets are flat to declining. They're struggling to explain to the CEO of the line of business the value they're driving to the bottom line. And so they're, I think, going through a transformational phase at the moment.
Interesting. So what are some steps that IBM's taking to address some of these pain points?
Well, so the real question is how can you help them take an incremental step forward? You know, I think they would all agree of the problems they have. What they struggle with, well, how can I take a step function forward? So we've surveyed them, worked with over 2,000 of them who represent global brands, and we think we found a series of sort of best practices for them to improve and demonstrate incremental improvement to the business. So one area, for example, is around integrated marketing or enterprise marketing management. How can you bring a little bit of science to how you run a marketing campaign? That's one really hot area at the moment.
Okay, great. So are there other best practices you can speak to that you'd recommend that CMOs and other marketing executives should be thinking about?
Yeah, so first off, use some analytics. You know, analytics to gain some deeper understanding of your customer set. And find a way to use those analytics. I say use those analytics. It's a neat, simple thing, but often we find customers have a lot of analytics, but it's not connected to their marketing programs. So use the analytics and then try to find a way to shorten the campaign through some means, you know, from 12 weeks to 10 weeks to 8 weeks to 4 weeks. Find a way to bring a little bit more rigor to how you run that campaign, and then drive analytics as you incrementally evolve those campaigns. What this means is that they can then drive more campaigns in a shorter period of time, and frankly adjust more quickly.
Okay, great. So with that, are there examples of companies that are really applying these types of principles effectively?
Yeah, I use a couple of examples. So Petco. Petco had ad spend that they were making. They were questioning its usefulness. What they did is went to a far more targeted method where they used an email campaign based off of consumer reviews. So consumer review for a 4 rated pet carrier, targeting that through a campaign, capturing the metrics associated with that campaign, drove a 50% increase in buy rates for customers who were targeted through that campaign. Amazing, amazing outcome.
That's a great example. So, Craig, thanks so much for sharing this with us today.
Tom, great. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.